alaikum. Welcome to Texte's another podcast. Today we have a very special guest with us who is from Jordan. She is an avid traveler. She has visited more than 22 countries across the globe and she has amazing travel experience. Today we are gonna talk to her about how her quarantine life is going first of all and how much her life has changed due to this COVID-19. So, welcome to Texte's Podcast, Dalia, and thank you so much for sparing out time for this podcast. So,
Thank you
could
for
you please
having me.
tell the audience?
Yeah. Um, Honestly, Usama's like everything have changed now in Jordan. The way of living, the lockdown, the quarantine. The government took a lot of steps ahead of time just to try to manage the whole situation. And thankfully, now where everything is under control and the COVID cases are minimal. But it changed how we live and how our lifestyle. Like I'm addicted to gym. I go like 4 times a week, and now I alternate this to YouTube videos and working from home using my backyard, my garden, and try to manage and to keep myself active. And I work in a tobacco company, and we thankfully we can work from home, but yet because I work in sales, I need to be in field, and tobacco is one of the exempted, let's say, fields and companies that can work with accessibility to the field and move around in during the daytime. But working from home causes a lot of neck issues and back issues, in front of the laptop. I try to, as much as possible, to keep my daily routine um, as before with some amendments. I try every day to keep to stay in contact with my friends uh, through Zoom, through Instagram, through Facebook Messenger. People that we're trying as much as possible to stay positive, and we know that we need to be patient. And now we're approaching Ramadan. It's gonna be way different now. But what to do? Health is everything.
Yeah, basically, COVID-19 has changed the lifestyle throughout the globe. I think that there is one thing which keeps us calm that it's not just happening to us, it's happening to the whole world.
Yeah.
So, as we all know, that the life has totally changed. Like we all are socially distancing from each other, and nowadays everyone is most of the industries are working from people are working from home. But before that, what is your experience prior to this working with tobacco industry? Because when we met in Istanbul, you were, if I'm not wrong, you were working with some other company. So can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit
Uh,
about your previous experience?
yeah. Actually, when we were in Istanbul, startup Istanbul, where we met, I was working on a personal project, a business for myself. But I used to be a full-time employee by a tobacco company. So I tried to manage to have balance of both.
Even at that point in time, you were doing both. Like you were a full-time employee as well as you were running your own startup.
Yeah. Yes, yes. I try to. I'm a bit ambitious, but um, when I was in Istanbul, I took a, day off from my work just to manage and be in the and attend this event. And I met you and a lot of people that gave me a lot of inspiration. Um, and positivity, honestly.
Okay, that startup is still working.
Yes.
You left. What about
Sorry, come again.
Yeah, what about your that startup which you initiated, which you completed?
Actually, I left it 2 months ago. I changed I changed my approach, and maybe now it became something, let's say, it's gonna be paused now with all the COVID situation in the world. As back then, it was all about traveling, as you remember, and the airports. That's the first thing that got affected by the whole situation in the world now. So uh, we believe it's gonna not recover before end of year, with
Yeah,
the
it's
to be at least back to normal.
yeah, even it's really hard for the startups who are in the industry of travel and tourism. Even to
Yeah,
survive is something which is difficult for them. Even we people at Texte is a digital travel guide for Pakistan, and nowadays everything is like lockdown. Due to the lockdown, no one is traveling, and we're also expecting that this is gonna last till end of 2020. So I
exactly.
initially when I started, I want to let you know about that at the end. But I have another question. Like you have visited more than 20, you have visited 22 different countries, and
Yes.
how that passion comes from, and when you started traveling abroad.
Yeah. Um, Actually, it started by coincidence. Putting the business trips aside, I was like, on one weekend, a friend invited me. Is like, come to Dubai this weekend. We're gonna have a lots of fun, blah blah blah, etc. At the time, I was 23. I wasn't very much excited. I was like, I don't think I wanna travel and go through all this just to have like 2 3 days of fun. But when I went, it was a different experience. And then I was like, everything is new. When you continuously learning new things, meeting new people, interacting with new faces, I became addicted to this. So after that, when became 24, I try to make it at least to 3 countries a year to visit. And I try to go to countries that are not usual for people to visit. So I get like my own experience and my own feedback of the country. Yeah.
That's great. So that is one thing. It means you the first international travel was Dubai, and then after that you kept on visiting three countries every year. So
I
can
tried
you
the most.
yeah can you tell us a little bit about that? Which country you like the most and you want to visit that country again?
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I fell in love with South Africa. It's an amazing country. It's very developed. The nature there is amazing. The weather, the people are very kind. The food is really good. The
Oh,
food is amazing. They have the best steak ever. And it's very diverse as a country. Yes, it's like 14 hours trip, but it's totally worth it to see the whole civilization, and to be that much developed. At the same time, you see the raw part of the country when you see the animals on a safari trips. You can do a lot of activities, as hiking, climbing. You can do a lot of adventure.
like you like natural beauty, you like adventure sports, water sports. What is your favorite thing? What
About
is your
South Africa or in general?
in general?
Um, to be honest, Osama, like every country I go to, I have an objective. Like I'm going to this country because I want to be culturally educated. I go to countries just to do shopping and experience the nightlife. And I go to other countries just to have adventure and learn more about the country. So it depends. Like One of my favorite countries also is Nepal.
Oh,
It's
because of its beauty and
huh
why? Because of its natural beauty.
amazing. It's paradise.
Yeah. So by the way, when Pakistan comes in your mind or anyone is talking to you about Pakistan, what is the
I would
first
love.
thing which comes to mind? Because nowadays, according to the last two papers, Pakistan is a top tourist destination. It's a top adventurous destination, but due to this COVID, like everything has been changed. But is Pakistan on your bucket list? Somewhere on your bucket list? And do you have any plans to visit Pakistan?
Honestly, before it wasn't on my list, but I have a friend, a Jordanian one, that went to Pakistan, to Islamabad, and to attend the wedding, traditional wedding, and I saw the pictures, which um, it was amazing. The nature, the venues, everything, and even the culture within I saw in the wedding. So it kind of provoked me to put it on my list. So yes, it is.
Yeah, but I want to tell you a little bit about Pakistan. That Pakistan is rich in natural beauty. Like we have from white sand beaches to the mountains to the meadows. We have rivers, ocean. Like there is an ocean in Karachi. Like we have everything in Pakistan for a traveler. We have adventure
Hmm.
sports. We have almost everything, and it's rich in natural beauty when it comes to the natural beauty. So I also invite you to Pakistan whenever this pandemic is over. I would love to show you around, and this is a beautiful country. You must visit.
Yeah, you
Similarly,
should invite me. I'll come and visit.
I'm inviting you by the way. Whenever this COVID is over, you can visit Pakistan. And by the way, there's one more thing that the hospitality, the most important
Yeah,
thing, the most
I
unique
heard.
thing is have is hospitality. Like wherever you go, you will love the cultural values people have, the cultural bonding people have. It's a very different kind of place, and you're gonna love it. And even when it comes to the natural beauty. So my next question is like, as COVID has changed your work life, how much it affected your personal life?
How
Like
did it
it's
affect?
something
I'm sorry.
with friends and all that, and now you're unable to do that.
Yeah, that was the hardest, honestly, Usama. I'm um um I'm a kind of a social butterfly, so I do a lot of activities and go and meet friends, coffee, lunch, dinner, blah blah. So when this whole situation came, it was very hard for me for the first 10 days to a week to adapt. But given I have very positive and good energy friends, we managed at least to do group activities, but online. Like we do gym classes. We like agree on a time and we do it live all together. So we motivate each other. And when we do like for us girls, ladies, when someone comes up with a natural mask and the ingredients, we do it all together. So just to give feedback, yeah, it's kind of funny, but at least you have a sense of friends.
Like keep your energy high during this pandemic. I think these things are this is a must thing to do. I think
Exactly.
somehow you are physically distant, but still you are socially connected with everyone. And
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
another effect of COVID-19 that people are going into depression, and this is gonna help you prevent you from going into depression. Yeah.
Exactly. We need honestly, Osama, to give good vibes and good energy and boost people's morals up, because if it's just like a cycle, if we all go depressed and negative, it's gonna affect all, and it's gonna be hard for us to cope and to be patient and um, take it all in for the maximum time. No one knows when this is gonna end. So the best way is to find ways. to uh, to make people look forward to a certain event in the day, like when we do as I said, masks, and now recipes. I never been in a kitchen before. I boil eggs, I do omelets, I do like tea, coffee. That's my tops. But
cooking videos, people
yeah, and honestly, like this is a true story though. My mom's birthday was last Friday, and I was like, thank you so much. So I was like, from where should I get her a cake? There's no cake shops opening, and I couldn't get a petty crocker and do it all and just put the mixes and oh voila, it's a cake. I did it from scratch, and I called every single person's like, please give me a recipe. I only have this. Does this work? And it took me like 2 hours, and I did it from scratch. But yes, for me, it's an event, but I kept people occupied and busy for a lot, like 2 hours with my craziness. But yeah, this is what we need to do every day to involve people in our lives.
Yeah, by the way, in this quarantine time, we people are getting a chance to know our family, to talk to each other. Like every single day, we all sit together, we all talk to each other. I think it's if you look into another perspective, I think it's a great time. I think it's a time to explore yourself, to
Yeah,
think about like what you did wrong in the past, like we people are socially, physically not distant previously with other people. But we don't talk to our families anymore. Like all the time, people are busy, either busy on the phones or talking to someone on call, stepping outside with friends. But now it's time to know each other within the house, like even within the family. So I
yeah,
think it's a great.
exactly.
We need to think about this time in a positive way.
Exactly. You know, uh, even in business, Osama, a lot of businesses, small businesses, and opportunities arise. Uh, Now in Jordan, since all this lockdown and there's no very limited cars moving, people, if they want in a certain times to go grocery shopping from stores next to their houses, they cannot take the car. They need to either walk, and now people came up with this bicycle thing. People are going to buy bicycles. For them it's like a workout, it's easier, and you get there in shorter time, and it helps you in carrying your stuff. So
Yeah.
all the people, no one thought that people will go and like all over the kingdom to buy bicycles, and it's all out of stock. People are going mad over bicycles. Even
Well,
like
physical
yeah,
exercise. It's
yeah, it
also
is.
physical. Yeah, it's really good.
And
It's really
people
good.
do it in groups, honestly, like neighbors. Oh, let's go together with social distancing. But it's something like you feel like you're closer to people, and you're doing something with people, even if it's like 2 meters or 3 meters away. At least you're involving people in your day, even for a small and simple activity, which is getting your grocery.
Yeah. By the way, you just talked about the groceries. So what I did is being an entrepreneur, I thought to do something for my city. Basically, I belong to Ahmedabad. And I thought let's do something to combat COVID-19 pandemic because people are not stepping outside and they need food at their doorsteps. So I started being an entrepreneur of vegetable and food service. We people are delivering all the groceries at people's doorstep and at free of cost. We are not charging them a penny for that.
Hmm.
I started a venture for social cause because nowadays we are free from textile, like there is nothing happening, travel and tourism industry is closed. So I thought to
True.
start to do something to start a social venture. So by the way, Dalia, there is one more thing that which I want to ask that prior to this COVID-19 thing, what plans you you had for 2020? Like everyone had a plan that I'm going to travel this place, I will be going to this place. Like we had a plan, people were going to Spain, Barcelona, and due to this COVID-19, everything like they canceled our tickets and we were unable to go over there. So what were your
Yeah.
plans this year?
Um, I was planning honestly two things. As you know, we were I'm initially starting my own startup, and as you know, I was starting to build it end of 2019 and growing it 2020, and the plan changed in the first quarter of 2020. Um, that was halted now because of the whole situation. I just been a board member of a cultural center for kids, and I was in the planning stage of doing programs for kids and getting funds for to sponsor such events for those kids. It's a non-profit organization, but it's all halted now since all the kids are at home. And I was planning to go to New Zealand in March. Hopefully, in what?
Like Corona is going to travel.
Yeah, I really was planning to go to New Zealand. I wanted to go over to see the venue or the location where they shooted The Hobbit.
Oh, so now everything has changed and your plans have been cancelled. So by the way, there is one more thing like there is COVID-19 everywhere and what instructions you people are getting from the Jordanian government. So what measures you people are taking to combat COVID-19?
What takes, I'm sorry, come again, please?
What measures you people are taking to combat COVID-19? Like what instructions your government is giving to you people? Yeah.
Oh, okay. The instructions, the standard instructions, which is we try as much as possible to the government honestly very strict in taking precautions and putting instructions for the people. We at night everyone is in their houses, everyone is on lockdown since starting 6. We need to put masks all the time, we need to put gloves all the time, and we use sanitizers. We try to sanitize everything after we touch. When we get groceries, we get either delivery or certain outlets next to our houses, so we don't group. No events, no weddings, no conferences, no anything involves grouping, no gyms, nothing.
So
And even sorry.
instructions serious? People are taking these instructions seriously or they're still stepping out?
Uh, we can say it's safe to say that 10% are not taking it seriously, and it goes back to the culture and the educational level, to be honest. We have cities that are free of COVID cases, but in the capital, Amman, it's very hard to keep it free, and we have most of the cases are in Amman. But thankfully, there are certain main cities that they don't have any cases, so they try to isolate those cities and minimize the ins and outs from these cities just to make them live normally, and to get the factories and the let's say the businesses going, so it's not on total lockdown. They started recently with Aqaba. It's a free zone area, and it gets all the goods by sea, and it's very vital to keep it going. And but with certain, and they do random tests like every Friday and Saturday. We're on total lockdown. Only medical people, like doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and security people are only ones with accessibility on those 2 days. We have the government sends.
I think there is one more thing, that there is a complete lockdown. The people who are the daily wagers are the most vulnerable in this crisis, who cannot afford the food. Is government is ensuring that the people will get the food at their homes, or what's happening over there? Our private organizations are donating food and all the things to the people.
Okay. We have outside donations and we have internal donations. And 2 days ago, the government announced that they will help and change all the budget for 2020. They decreased the expenses by 40%, and all the promotions or the benefits or the um, uh, any additional expenses, they canceled it or paused it till end of year, and they gave all this money. They put it to help the people that been affected and been in they're approaching poverty. For the people that work on daily basis, if they don't work, they don't have any income. And a lot of the rich people and the big companies contributed. Like yesterday, 80 million JDs were contributed from around 100 companies and individuals. The prime minister cut his salary by 40%, and the ministers by 30%. All this to be in this let's say this box, or this account, that they will start funding it, and try to help out people to manage, since we're approaching Ramadan, and with the food and everything. So they told us that we need to be very patient. It's a hard time, but we can get through it together.
Yeah, I think this is a wonderful message that we all need to stay calm, and we all will get over this pandemic. This will be over very soon. So, by the way,
Yes.
what is the message? I want you to give a message for the audience that in their own capacity, they really need to. I think that people really need to help the most vulnerable, the daily wagers, the people who cannot afford the food. So we all need to donate as much as we can in our own capacity. So what is your message for the people
Mm.
when it comes to
We
donating?
need from Jordan to Pakistan, we need just to stay positive. We believe it's gonna be a phase. Yes, a long one, but it's still a phase. This is not forever. We need to focus on the core, the essentials. We need to put the luxury items aside. And focus on what really matters, is like at least we have our health, loved ones, we're secured in our houses, we have food, and if any income was affected, and your social life affected, it's just a phase. We and everything is gonna recover later on. We just need to be patient and stay positive. Positive, it's a word.
This is something which is really important, that we need to spread positivity in this
Yeah.
time. So,
Yes.
by the way, I asked you for 20 minutes and it's 30 minutes for now. By the way, thank you for sparing your time out of your busy schedule, as you're too busy with your work and all
Thank you
that.
for having me. Thank you so much. It's an honor, and thank you for giving me this opportunity to share what's happening in Jordan.
Thank you so much for joining us for the podcast. And we wholeheartedly invite you to Pakistan whenever this pandemic is over, and we'd love to show you around. Thank you so much on this
Thank
note.
you.
And to the audience, we will be back with another podcast very soon, and we'll announce it on our social media. Thank you once again. Okay,
Thank you.
Allah
Thank you.
Hafiz. Bye.
Thank you. Love from Jordan. Bye.